Feeling nervous, Gray? Shotgun helps.
So, I've got a little bonus video for you this week. You see, a few years ago, my good friend John Francis McCullagh made this cool little indie action flick called Dead Hand. And this month, it was finally released on Amazon Prime for purchase or rental.
The hell took you so long?
Now, even though this movie was made during a BC, aka before Cam, period of John Francis's life, that's not gonna stop me from taking a shitpost idea from one of the lead actors and making a whole ass YouTube video out of it.
Yeah, fuck, we're done.
So, without any further distractions, it's time to bow in and go over the objectively definitive bald actor and Dead Hand tier list. The tier list begins at S with the top of Bald Divinity, to the bottom of C, Caveman Chic. And we've got over a dozen people to rank. So the first guy who takes a swing in the movie is gonna take the first hit here. That's right, good old Andrew, played by Jordan Yates, is going directly in the Chewy tier. My man may have an undercut, but that appears to be literally undercut by having not only some solid facial hair growing on, but also a man bun to cap off the whole thing like a nice hipster sundae. And I believe that this man is the golden example for all C tiers to follow. That's gonna segue directly to the other Yates on the cast, Brandon Yates in the lead role of Johnny. And I know this might be a shock, but these two guys, they're not related. Anyways, Brandon may have some hair on his head, but presumably nowhere else. They say there's nothing worse than being middle of the road, but at least Brandon will look forever young, and his hair won't get stuck in your mouth. And I believe that is why Brandon is the perfect representative for the basic tier. And while we're at it, I'm just gonna go ahead and stick his arch-rival Nico, played by Josh, unfortunate last name, right in the same tier with him. As you can see by this tasteful belly shot I found, this treasure clearly has no trail. But thanks to that al dente fro he's rocking, I cannot place Kung Fury here any higher than his rival. They appear to be evenly matched in both the film and the tier list. Now let's go ahead and tackle yet another dynamic duo in the film, of which there are many, with Scott and Malcolm, who are played by Screw Attack / Game Attack / Hang Time's very own Sean Boland and Grayson Watkins, respectively. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I have these guys in my script listed as Agent Debriefing Guy and More Charming Agent Debriefing Guy, respectively. While Sean does have some facial hair going on here, I'm not exactly sure that undercut's gonna be doing him any favors on the tier list. And because of that, if you added up all of the fur here, you'd probably get about a Brandon's worth of it.
Unfortunately.
And because I have no idea what you look like without a shirt on, yet, I'm gonna have to stick you in B tier, Sean. Grayson, on the other hand, has manhandled me across my gym on more than one occasion. I said what I said. So I know for a fact that he's got more hair under the hood than a knocked up bunny, and that is why he is going to be our next entry in the Chewy tier. I wonder if Grayson can do a Chewbacca impression. I bet you can. Let's go ahead and give the homie some company by adding Jacob Clinton to the C tier as well. I know his name is Devin in the movie.
Where's Devin?
But I just have him written down as porn stash guy. This man could be completely shaved from the neck down. But if he's walking around with a Swanson, I'm sorry, but you belong with the Chewies, you animal.
He attacked me! He took the processor! The only one!
But now it is time to cook, because we're gonna sort the main antagonist of the film, Frost, played by the literal Angel Rodriguez. Angel Rodriguez? Question mark?
My name is Angel Rodriguez.
I heard both on the night of the premiere.
My name is Angel Rodriguez.
Anyways, this cold motherfucker here is gonna be our first entrant into the A tier, and duh, right? I mean, look at this face. I don't know how he did it, but somehow his hairline can smolder. I didn't even know that was possible, but I do now. And even though I can't tell which one of these is the back of Angel's head and which one of these is an orange, surprise, they're both the back of his head. I do know one thing. You can't spell A tier without alopecia. Please don't hurt me, Angel. Okay, I need to chill out, so we're just gonna sort the rest of Frost's henchmen real quick. James and Han, played by Chris Hopkins and Song Liu respectively. James's gray hair shines almost as divinely as his dome, so this man is clearly going in A tier. And while Han comes pretty damn close to C tier, there's just not enough chest action going on, you know what I mean? So Han is gonna end up in B tier. You know what, since we're already ranking one set of roles, I may as well go ahead and rank the 3 female characters. For starters, we've got Kristen Keith playing the villainous and hilariously closed-mouthed Anya.
Who the hell do you think you are?
And I'm being dead ass here, this is the most her mouth opens in the entire movie. And yeah, in context, that scene is just as crazy as it looks. Then there is Raven, the manic pixie dream girl, played by Courtney McCullagh.
Hoping you in here didn't give you too much trouble.
And finally, we get to my favorite character name on the list, Cobalt Securities Assistant, played by Michelle Holbert.
Hello, welcome to Cobalt Securities. How may I help you, gentlemen?
John, she has more lines than Han, but you didn't give her a name?
We look forward to working with Tacticon again.
What the fuck, dude? Anyways, as you would assume, all of the women are in B tier. But now, it is the moment I've all been waiting for. Now we have to rank the man, the myth, the legend who gave the seed for this idea baby that I carried and delivered onto the internet. It is finally time to rank Daniel Vincent Galvin's portrayal of Mr. Gray.
Great. Good to see you.
Mr. Gray, you know this. And, what the hell is this about now, Owen?
And I'm sorry, Daniel, but I cannot, in good faith, rank you any higher than the top of A tier. Ah! Your head may shine so brightly that I can see the camera reflect off of it.
You're impatient, and I don't like it. I don't like you.
But it wasn't even your beard that held you back. It was this fall.
Wait.
That stunt goes so hard, it put hair on my nuts. So I know for a fact that you've got a fern gully growing everywhere the sun don't shine, because if you didn't, you wouldn't have been able to pull off half of the crazy stuff that you did in this movie. I know you'll be unsubbing for this, Daniel, but I just want you to remember that I'll always be your sub. In all seriousness, please go show Daniel some love, because he not only made all of the music in Dead Hand itself, but he also found the time to compose the new intro and outro music for my channel.
You can't dragon stance your way out of nuclear holocaust, my man.
And that leads me to the final entry in this list. The only one who could truly rule at the top of Cytometer. And that is the villainous Gustav, portrayed by Jason Reagan. This man is a former bodybuilder on top of being a current Saitama stunt double. But unfortunately for Gustav, he tried to one-punch the wrong protagonist. Regardless of that hiccup, we've got no hat, hair, or body fur going on. And the only reason that this man has any stubble or eyebrows at all is because John Francis made him grow it out so that Daniel would stop getting aroused on camera. Truly, this man is an icon for all balding people everywhere. But now we have not only reached the end of the tier list, but also the end of the video itself. And as you can see, this tier list has a fair amount of diversity among the cast, so I really gotta give it up to the writer / director / lead for making sure the casting was passive progressive enough to make the Amazon cut. Oh, that's right, how could I forget one of the most important and valuable characters in the entire film? I cannot believe I almost ended this video without talking about the janitor, played by Joseph Malari. Well, please forgive me for my oversight as well as the placement, because unfortunately, I'm sticking him right in B tier with the rest of the babyface boys in the cast. But don't let that undersell you, because his role serves as a running joke throughout the rest of the film, and he's funny every time he shows up. Genuinely, really clever writing, John Francis. Okay, I guess I'll rank John Francis too. I'm just saying, you think that the guy who wrote, directed, starred, produced, and edited the film would be willing to let his castmates have something that was just their own. But I guess you can never get enough McCullagh in your cup.
Sláinte.
My man is doing each and every one of his own stunts in all 6 or so fights that he's in throughout the entire movie, so we get a good long look at his Irish ass. Thanks to the magic that is Blu-ray, I can really feel the wire brush texture of his chest hair sticking out of his shirt. Now you know that 4-leaf happy trail leads straight to a curly pot of gold. You could shave the entire cast of every square inch of their hair and it would still only be enough to match Owen's chesticles. So let's go ahead and place John Francis's portrayal of Owen all the way down in his own special little tier of Captain Caveman.
Who would have guessed the guy who made this movie for 10 grand would end up in his own special tier, but I guess I'm okay with it. And at long last, for real this time, the Dead Hand Bald Actor tier list is finally complete.
In all sincerity, please, when you have a moment, go check out the film on Amazon Prime. It is legitimately hilarious, and believe it or not, this micro-budget indie flick has more practical effects work than the Netflix adaptation of Avatar. Not only that, but some of these fights could be used as study material for the Avatar show to get better. Don't you worry though, I've already taken care of my martial art review of the last episode of Avatar Season 1, and it'll be out soon enough. Make sure you let me know what martial art fights you want me to analyze next. I mean, I could even break down all of the martial arts in Dead Hand if you wanted. As always, please like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to see more breakdowns of martial arts and media. But until next time, I'm bowing out, and I'll see you all in the north.
Hey guys, just wanted to take a second to show off everybody's social media and let you know that this video was not sponsored. I'm just so proud of all my friends, and I really wanted to make this video as a tribute to them. Either way, thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Now we can get to the real stuff. Now you know. Go.
Swag.